body conditioning workout today. So for this workout, you don't necessarily need any equipment. All of this stuff, all of our exercises today will be body weight exercises. If you have weights at home and you want to make it a little more challenging, I will let you know when you can use weights if you would like. And then if you need some modifications, I'm going to show you some modifications with a step stool. But if you don't have a step stool, no problem at all. You can do them full out, or if it doesn't feel right in your body and you don't have a step stool, you can skip it. Just like anything else, if something does not feel right for you, please, please, please skip it. Nothing should be painful. It should be challenging, but you should feel good. And then please make sure you've checked with a healthcare provider before starting a new exercise routine. Also, if you want to have an exercise mat, that could be handy, but again, it's not necessary. I may or may not use one. I'm on carpet, so it's not a big deal coming down to the floor, but if you're on hard floor, you might want an exercise mat or at least maybe a towel or something, just being careful not to slip on that. So we'll start with about a 5-minute warm-up. The bulk of our workout today is going to be alternating between an upper body and lower body exercise, 10 reps of each exercise 3 times. Each one of those sets will have a little cardio break in between, and then we'll do some abs at the end and about a 5-minute cool down. So let's go ahead and get started with our warm up. So start with just a heel tap, tapping the heel forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then hugging the knee into the chest for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leg comes behind you for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then wide toe tap. So legs stay wide, just tapping from side to side. And then you're gonna bring the opposite arm across. So you're warming your spine for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the arm overhead legs stay the same for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, we're gonna do a step touch. Arms come wide and together for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms overhead for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna do 10 squats, feet hips distance apart, weights in the heels. These can be nice and shallow since we're still warming up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're gonna step the feet wide, leaving them there. Legs can be slightly turned out. Going to the right, hips slide back so the knee stays behind the heel, and center. This will be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, heel toeing the feet back together. We're gonna go back up to the top with that heel tap for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think we skipped this last time. Heel up to the center. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel behind you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wide toe tap, arms come across. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms overhead. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wide step touch, arms come out and in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms overhead for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 10 squats, weights in the heels for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stepping the legs wide, toes and knees pointed slightly out to the side. Going to the right first, hips hinge back, weights in the heels. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're gonna finish this off with 10 jumping jacks. So 10, 9, 8, you can tap the legs out if you need. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so moving in to the main part of our workout, we're gonna start with a set of 10 squats and 10 push-ups. We're gonna alternate through that 3 times. So feet slightly wider than hips distance. If you want extra resistance and you have weights at home, you can hold weights in your hands by your side or even one right in front of your chest. So 10 here. Sitting a little lower than we did in the warm-up, weights in the heels, taking your time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bringing it down for push-ups. So a few options here. I like to do these with arms nice and wide, so wider than shoulder distance, so that when you come down in that push-up, your elbow is gonna stay over top of your wrist, and then your wrist creases slightly turned out to like the front, in front of you. That way, we're not cramming our hands together and throwing off the alignment in our arms. So arms wide, fingertips kind of pointing out slightly. You can be on your knees or up on your toes, or further modification from there would be to grab a stool, one that is nice and sturdy and meant to hold your weight, hands on the stool to just kind of decrease the incline there. So go ahead, set it up. We'll do 10 push-ups. And you can start harder, and then as you get fatigued, take it down a little. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, standing it up, back to those squats. Feet hips distance apart, weights in the heels, hips slide back. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back down, 10 more push-ups. Remembering the modifications, take whichever one you need. Maybe start a little harder, and then bring it down as you get fatigued. Looking forward over the fingertips for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing it up. Last set. Feet about hips distance apart, weights in the heels, hips slide back. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, last set of push-ups. Bringing it down. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, hips nice and low. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of cardio here. So we're gonna do 30 seconds of squat jumps. So squatting down just like we just did, and then either coming up on the toes or squatting it down and hopping up. So 30 seconds. Okay, we'll start in 5 seconds. 2, here we go. So either coming up on the toes if you need low impact, or hopping. Weights in the heels, landing with slightly bent knees to absorb some of that impact. Coming straight up. Doing good, over halfway there. Let's do one more. All right, stand it up. So this next one, we're gonna do sumo squats or plie squats, depending on what you wanna call them, and tricep dips. So the first one, the sumo squats, you're gonna step your feet wide, toes and knees pointing 45-ish degrees out to the side. Chest stays lifted, hips will go straight down. Great place to add some resistance is weights right at your hips. Otherwise, hands can just be at the hips. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, stepping the feet back together. We're gonna do tricep dips. So you can come to the floor in kind of like a crab position, fingertips facing towards your bum, lifting the hips up and bend at the elbows here. That's a lot of extension in your shoulders. So if that does not feel good, this is where you're gonna grab your stool or even come to like a step, right, in your house. And you're gonna come off, bringing your hips off. Knees can be bent here or extending them out. Extending them out is gonna make it harder. I'm gonna do mine right here. So go ahead, set it up. We'll do 10. 10, 9, 8, and this is coming from the shoulders bending and the elbows, not the hips bobbing up and down. And we'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, standing back up, we will do another set of those plie squats. Toes and knees pointed out, hips go straight down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stepping the feet back together, going back to your stool or back to the floor. Fingers point towards your bums, knees bent or legs extended. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, last set of these plie squats and then those tricep extensions. Alexa, turn on exercise room. Sorry, it's getting ready to rain. Didn't even know it was supposed to rain today. Okay, toes and knees pointing out. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Last set of those tricep dips. Fingers pointing towards the hips, arms or legs straight or bent. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and move that stool off to the side. There's another modification we might use it for later, but for the most part, we are done with it. And for our cardio this time, we're gonna do in and out jumping squats. So you're going to squat down like a normal squat, feet about hips distance apart, weights in the heels, hop out, turning out the legs into a sumo squat. So in and out. All right, 30 seconds again. Here we go. We'll start in 5 more seconds. Here we go. Squat, hopping out. So modification would be to just step in and out, okay? Otherwise, squat in and out. You have to kind of externally rotate the legs as you hop out. Hips lie back, hips straight down. Doing good. Landing with bent knees. Almost there. Come back together and we're done. All right, moving on. We're going to do lunges with pike push-ups. All right, so right leg forward, left leg back. We're gonna do 10 on one side, 10 on the other. So keeping the feet about hips distance apart and then spreading them out, hands at your hips or weights by your sides. 10 here, so the back knee comes down to the floor. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. Left leg goes back, feet hips distance apart, and then spread out. That's gonna make you more stable, right? If your feet are stacked one in front of the other, it's gonna throw your balance off. So give yourself a little space there. Back knee goes down towards the floor. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, coming down for those pike push-ups. So these are gonna be push-ups that are a little more focused on the shoulders than on the chest. So coming in to a downward dog position, hands slightly wider than shoulder distance apart, fingertips pointing out, knees right underneath the hips, tucking the toes under, hips up and back. So you're making an upside down V shape. From here, you're gonna bend at the elbows so that the forehead comes toward the floor right beneath the hands, spine stays long. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so a modification for those would be an overhead press. If you have weights, you can use weights right here. If you don't have weights, just isometrically thinking of pressing the arms up, okay? So same muscles. Here we go, standing it back up, 10 lunges on each side again, right leg forward, left leg back. Back knee comes down, feet are hips distance apart, maybe a little wider. We'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step the left leg forward, step the right leg back, 10 more on this side. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back down for those pike push-ups. So starting on all fours to set up this down dog, then tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up and back. Remembering you can do that overhead press instead if that feels better in your body. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, standing it up. Last set, right leg forward, left leg back. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side, stepping the left foot forward, stepping the right leg back. Here we go, lunges for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, last set of those pike push-ups. So coming down onto all fours, tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up and back. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna come into another little cardio burst. We'll do 30 seconds. We're gonna do plyo lunges. So we're gonna jump from lunge with the right leg to the lunge with the left leg. So what that's gonna look like, feet, hips distance apart, and then spread out, coming down to a lunge, hopping into the other lunge, okay? So you'll just hop back and forth for the 30 seconds. If you need a modification, you're gonna step back with one leg at a time and forward. All right, so 30 seconds. Okay, we'll start in 5 seconds. Here we go. So either hopping, or if you need low impact, you can step it back. Landing with bent knees. Take your time. We're doing good. 5 more seconds. Okay, awesome. Take a deep breath, grab a sip of water if you need it. We'll move on in just a second. We're gonna do curtsy squats and Supermans. So for that curtsy squat, I'll demonstrate it first. We're gonna alternate back and forth. So we'll do 10 on each side, 20 total. We'll first step behind us with the right leg. The back knee comes towards the floor. Hips stay relatively squared towards the front. They might open a little bit, but we're trying to stay turned forward. Stepping it back, left leg comes behind, and step it back. All right, so again, 20 total, 10 each side, and then we're gonna do some Supermans, which I will show after we do these curtsy squats. So hands at your hips, or a great place to put weights by your sides. Here we go, stepping the right leg back for 10, 9, 8, 7, oh no, this is 7, sorry. I was right before. That was 6, now this is 5. I can count. Here we go, 4, 3, 2, back knee coming towards the floor, front knee staying behind the toes. Last one to each side. All right, so we're gonna come down onto our bellies on the mat. I am going to go ahead and grab a mat. Let's see, I have lots to choose from. Don't know which one to grab. All right, so modification, if being on your belly is not preferable for you, you can come up onto all fours, and you're gonna one arm at a time hug the elbow in towards the waist, sliding the shoulder blade towards the spine, lower it down, and then other side. You can also do that with weights here, doing a row with weights in the hand, okay? Otherwise, we're gonna come down onto our bellies, arms extended, tops of the feet press down into the floor, tailbone lengthens down. Inhale, head, chest, shoulders, arms lift. Shoulder blades come together, arms come back so they're in line with the shoulders. Inhale, extend, and exhale, lower. 10 of those. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, sliding the shoulder back blades down and together. 6, make sure you're breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, coming back up to stand, moving your mat if you need. So again, we're gonna step the right leg behind us. We're gonna bring that back knee down towards the floor. This front knee is gonna stay behind the toes. 10 on each side for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one to each side. All right, coming back down on to our bellies or that all fours position. Arms extended in front of you. It's really important that you root down to the tops of the feet and lengthen the tailbone back so that we're not overarching our low back. Arms extended, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, staying back up. This is the last set of those curtsy squats. Let's start on the other side first. Just for fun, let's take the left leg back first. Remember, you can have those weights in your hands. And we'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right, coming back down to the floor for the last set of these Supermans. So on your belly or doing that row modification on all fours, remembering to root the tops of the feet down, lengthening the tailbone back. Arms extended in front of you. Lifting for 10. 9, making sure you're still breathing. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. All right. I believe this next cardio set is our last one. Let's see. Oh no, we have 2 more. Fun. Okay, we have 2 more. Sorry, I lied. We're gonna do plank to squats. All right, so 30 seconds of these. You can have your mat. You don't have to. Actually, you know what? My feet are gonna get stuck on this mat and I'm gonna trip if I try to do it with the mat. So be mindful of that. You're gonna sit down really low in a squat, so much that you can bring your hands to the floor, come to plank, hop back into a squat. So plank, squat. Okay, you gotta sit really low and stay low the whole time. Modification would be to step the feet back instead of jumping them, or this is where you can grab your stool again, and instead of coming to a plank all the way down on the floor, you're gonna squat, step back to a plank, squat. All right, and if you are stepping back, make sure if you're leading one time with the right foot, you lead with the left foot the next time. So decide which way you're gonna do this. I always like to start a little bit harder, and then as you get fatigued, take it down a little bit. So we'll start standing up into a squat position. We're gonna start in 3 seconds. Here we go. Squat, plank, squat. Taking your time, hips stay low, knees stay bent in this squat. We're not standing up between each one. See how fast you can come up into that squat, right? It's gonna work your back a little bit too. Where are we? We're doing good. 5 more seconds. All right, stand it up, shake it out, grab a sip of water. Okay, we are going to do, let's see, some side lunges and some side planks. So, starting with these side lunges, we're gonna step out from side to side. Again, we'll do 10 on each side. So starting with your feet in the center, you can do it. A nice modification would be just like we did in the warm up, legs starting wide and going from side to side. All right, to make it a little more challenging, starting with your feet hips distance and stepping out to the right. Right knee bends, hips slide back, step through center, and then to the other side. If you want to add a little bit of a challenge to this, you're going to hold a weight right at your chest and hold your belly button to your spine to kind of stabilize your middle, which you should do even if you don't have that weight, but it's gonna be super important if you're adding that weight to your chest. All right, stepping out to the right, 10 on each side, and we'll do 10, 9, again, making sure you're breathing, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one to each side. All right, so bringing it down to the floor. This one we're gonna do 5 to each side, 10 total. You're gonna start in a plank, either all the way up on your feet or on your knees. And you're gonna roll to the outer edge of the right foot, inner edge of the left foot, left hand to the sky, through center, right hand to the sky. It's important to actually roll to the inner edge and the outer edge of your feet so that you're not twisting through your back, but that your whole body faces to the side. Modification would be to have the knees down, roll, keeping the bottom leg down, up, through center, and up. All right, so we are going to do 5 to each side, 10 total. Again, maybe start a little more challenging, and then as you get fatigued, bring it down. Right arm goes up first. Here we go. For 10, hips stay low. 9, lengthen the tailbone back, belly button to spine. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, hips stay lifted. When you come to that side, 3, 2, and 1. All right, stand it back up. We're gonna do our side lunges. Stepping out, let's go to the left first this time. Hands at your hips or with that weight in front of your chest. We'll do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, coming down to the floor, 10 more of those side planks. That's 10 total, 5 to each side, on your toes or your knees. Let's open to the left first this time. So inner edge of the right foot, or left foot, outer edge of the right foot, side plank, through center, right, and center. Here we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing up, last set of the side planks, or I'm sorry, side lunges. Stepping out to the right side. Hips slide back, weights in that right heel. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one to each side. All right, coming back down for those planks. Now, if your wrists are starting to get fatigued, you can, if you have weights, hold on to the weights under your hands so that your wrist is long, or if it's not too much pressure on your knuckles, just having your knuckles to the floor instead of your palms. That to me is a little more uncomfortable, but some people do prefer that. So play around. If your wrists are sore, also just kind of letting them hang out in the opposite direction is beneficial as well. So coming back into that plank. 5 to each side, 10 total. Here we go. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bringing it down, standing up. This time, it's our last cardio. We're gonna do 30 seconds of skis. So you're gonna like sort of leap from side to side. So leaping out to the right, left leg can hover and come behind you, or tap it back, whichever. It's a little easier on your balance if you kind of check in there. And then again, hopping. You can make this a quick step touch. If you need low impact, you can make it faster, slower, wider, shorter, to adjust how it feels in your body, to sort of change the impact it has on your body, both joints or cardio wise. So we'll do 30 seconds. Here we go. We'll start in 3, 2, and here we go. Side to side, little hop, making it, like I said, either bigger or smaller, depending on what you need. Again, this is the last little bit of cardio. So try challenging yourself, making it a little quicker and bigger. Doing good. And we'll stop in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, awesome job. So we're gonna do a little bit of standing abs, okay? So we're gonna do a squat and then knee to elbow. So hands are gonna be interlaced behind your head, elbows wide. Hips slide back, weights in the heels. As you stand up, right knee lifts, knee to elbow, so you're twisting to the side, right back into the squat, left side. All right? So we'll do 10 total of those. So 5 to each side. Hands behind the head, here we go. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, next set. Legs wide. I'm setting up for like a sumo squat. So toes and knees pointing out to the side, hands interlaced behind the head. Similar concept here. Hips go straight down into a squat, step it up, knee to elbow, this time no twist, come straight out to the outside. 5 to each side, here we go. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squat it down, stand it up. All right, third one, and then we're gonna go right down to the floor for a little bit of core on the floor. We're going to do 5 to each side, side lunge, similar concept. So stepping out to the right, right knee bends, hands behind the head, and then bringing the right knee to the left shoulder. We're gonna do 5 to the right, then 5 to the left. So stepping the leg out first, I'll demonstrate first, and then we'll do 5 together. Hip slide back, knee to elbow, step right back into that lunge. All right, so 5, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, other side, hands back behind the head. This time we're gonna bring the left knee is gonna step out into that lunge, and the right elbow will come to the left knee. So step it out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's bring it back down to the floor. So grab your mat if you want one. Just a little bit more, then we're gonna cool it down. So our first exercise, hands are gonna be right over top of the shoulders. So head, chest, shoulders can stay on the floor here, or you can lift it up. We'll get back to there in a second. Legs are gonna be extended toward the sky here, and you're gonna flutter the legs. So right leg down, left leg down. So you can keep this as small or as large as you'd like, focusing on keeping the belly button pulled to your spine and your spine neutral. So we don't want to like be scooping the tailbone way up. We also don't want to be arching our back. So bum stays on the floor, little teeny lift in the low back, and then either arms just extended above the shoulders or head, chest, and shoulders lift. All right, so pick what you would like. We're gonna do 10 on each side, so fluttering the legs will count every time the right leg comes up or down. So we'll say 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hugging the knees in for a moment. Let's bring the knees flat to the floor, about hips distance apart. And we're gonna lift the head, chest, and shoulders, arms, with the arms by our sides, up off the floor. And we're gonna, I always think of like tick-tock, like a clock, going back and forth, tapping the outer ankles. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it down. Last exercise, so sit up for this one, and you can either have the feet flat to the floor, arms extended, starting at the top, coming halfway back, and then back up to the top, or you can bring the legs up. Hands can support the hamstrings here behind you, or having them extended. Inhale here, again, starting at the top, coming halfway down, and back up. So 10 total, whichever one is gonna best serve your body. Here we go. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead. Come on down to the floor. Arms extend up overhead, legs down, flexing the feet. Now, if you would like, and I would recommend maybe repeating those last 3 exercises, doing each of them twice. We're running out of time though, so we're gonna move on to our cool down. But if you have a sec, maybe pause the video and do those again. One more breath here. All right, we're gonna gently roll over to our bellies. And again, if it's not comfortable for you to be on your belly, you can come up to all fours and do a nice cow pose here. Otherwise, root down through the hands, wrist right underneath the elbows, tailbone lengthened down, coming up into a little cobra pose, making sure we're not overarching the low back. So think of scooping the tailbone under, shoulder blades together on the back, maybe looking up. So again, that modification, if you would prefer not to be on your belly, is to be on all fours, belly button drops, tailbone lifts, collarbone broadens. All right, so if you're in that cow, you're gonna just come to all fours. If you're in that cobra pose, you're gonna lower all the way down to the belly and then press up to all fours. Now everybody, tuck your toes under, lift the hips up and back. 3 breaths here in this down dog. One more breath. Bottom of the exhale, look towards the hands, walking the feet forward, forward fold at the front of the mat. Clasping opposite elbows, gently swinging from side to side. And slowly roll up to stand. So stepping our right foot forward, left foot back, coming into just a little lunge here. Reach back to the back heel, lengthen the tailbone down. And then, sorry, my watch is not, there we go. Right arm is gonna come in front of us. One more breath. Releasing the arm, hips slide back, weight shifts into the back foot, front toes lift up. Weight shifts forward to the front foot, reaching back for the shoelaces of the back foot, tailbone lengthens down. Tapping the toe down, bringing it up and over, standing figure 4, hips sliding back. Standing up here, stepping the right foot back into that lunge now. So feet are hip distance apart, right foot steps back, reaching back through the heel, tailbone lengthens down. That's gonna help you feel that stretch a little more here in this hip flexor. Left arm comes across. One more breath here. Weight shifts to the back foot, front toes lift up, hips slide back. Weight shifts forward to the front foot, reach back for the back foot, tailbone lengthens down. Great. Tapping the toe down, bringing it up and over, hips slide back, standing figure 4. All right, go ahead, stand it up. We'll take 2 deep breaths. Deep inhale, exhale, release. One more. And exhale. Thank you so much for joining me for your workout today. I hope you enjoyed. Again, my name is Joella. I am with UMBC Rec. Have a great day.